It's time for the Success in Real Estate Show with Frankie Griffin, owner and instructor of Real Estate School for Success, broker in charge of the Palmetto Success Team, and author of Success in Real Estate. If you're interested in buying or selling a home, investing in real estate, or becoming a real estate agent, you'll enjoy the Success in Real Estate Show on FM News and Talk 100.1 WVOC. Now, here's Frankie Griffin.
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin, real estate broker in charge and real estate educator here in South Carolina. And we can't thank you enough for joining us this morning. I'm going to be talking primarily about selling your home, maybe some tips, some pointers to give you if you're thinking about selling your home. And if you're thinking about selling your home by owner, I think you'll find this to be some very good information for you today, because I'm seeing a lot of that today. In fact, I was just talking before the show started to my buddy Jerry Bilton, and he was saying also he's noticed a lot of the for sale by owner signs, and I'm sure that's for all kind of reasons, and we'll get into some of that. But primarily, we want to talk about some things to help you get your house sold, some things to consider before you even put your house on the market. I think you'll find this will be very, very helpful. Love to hear from you. And in fact, if you're looking for a real estate agent to help you sell your home or buy a home, either one, I would certainly love to talk to you about that. You can give me a phone call. In fact, I'll give you my cell phone. And that number is 803-315-7303. Again, 315-7303. Or if you want to email me, you can email me at Frankie, and that's Frankie, at frankiegriffin.com. Again, Frankie at frankiegriffin.com. We'd love to help you with that any way we can. And I got to tell you, but last month, the month of September, was one of the busiest months I can remember ever having, and praise God for that. It was a really good month, a lot of buying, a lot of selling going on, and I know I'm not the only one. A lot of agents are seeing this, and maybe you would like to get into the real estate industry or been thinking about it. We would love to help you with that at our Real Estate School for Success. We offer all the training you would need to get your real estate license. Maybe you want to do property management or appraisal or home inspection. Pretty much anything in real estate or in that field, we can help you with that. All you got to do is go to our website, which is www.realestateschoolforsuccess.com, and there you'll find all our first of all, you'll find the schedule of all the classes, the prices, pretty much I think everything you're going to need to know. You'll find it right there on our website. Again, realestateschoolforsuccess.com. And if I could just mention a couple classes we've actually got coming up. One is we've got one starting Monday, which is October the 7th. That's going to be a final sales or the 30-hour post-license training you're required to get after you obtain your provisional license. And if you're waiting to do that, now would be a great time. Let's go ahead and knock that out of the way. We'd love to have you in that class. And then a week from Monday, we've got a couple of classes starting up. One is the first year sales, which is actually the pre-licensing course to get your real estate license. That will be starting Monday, October 14th. And then for those of you that already have your sales license or real estate license, we've got a broker course that's going to be starting up on Monday, October 14th as well. So we'd love to have you in any of these classes. Again, you can go to our website for information. Again, realestateschoolforsuccess.com. And I'm pretty sure you'll find everything you need, but if not, our phone number is certainly listed there. You can give us a call at the school, and we will be more than happy to help you with that. And then lastly, the last thing I want to say about education is once you have your real estate license, and one of the things I've been seeing an awful lot of requests for here lately are these realtor certification and designation courses. I've been doing a lot of training in those here in the last few days. In fact, earlier in the mid part of the week, we did a military relocation professional certification course. Had quite a few agents in that class. These are awesome classes, and if you really want to look to better or further your career, you've got to keep training, education. I mean, that's the key to success right there. And when you're in the Columbia or Midlands area, obviously Fort Jackson is going to play a huge role in that. A lot of military service members transferring to and away. Excuse me, got a little choked up over that, but a lot of them are transferring to and a lot away from Fort Jackson. A lot of things you really need to understand about what the military is going through when they are relocating, or their PCS, if we can call it that. It's a really great class. It's a one-day class, $95, and you can get the certification for that also. It is a realtor designation, and I think you'll find it will help you huge. Just a huge help in your real estate business, that's for sure. Well, again, we want to get into some of the subject matter today, and pretty much, or at least most of this hour, I want to talk about some things to consider about when you're going to sell your home, because these are very important. And then in the last segment, I've just had a lot of requests for this, so I'm going to go ahead and offer it again in the very last segment of this show. I will allow phone callers to call in and predict the football score for the Carolina and Kentucky game tonight, which I think is going to be a rout. I think this is going to be a statement game for Carolina. Really looking forward to this game. But if you would like to call in and guess the score, whoever calls in and guesses the closest will win a $200 gift certificate to apply towards any real estate class at our school. And we would love to have you with that. I can tell you that we're only looking at about 10 minutes in that last segment, so when that time comes, you better call quick. Won't be able to take very many calls, but the good news is if you do call, that enhances your chances substantially in winning this $200 discount. I think you'll really enjoy that. Well, let's get into talking about some things that sellers, I think, need to understand, or at least think about when they get ready to put their house on the market. If you've got a real estate agent, I think you'll find, especially if you've got a good one, a veteran agent that's been around a while, they know what they're doing, you're going to find great value in a really good real estate agent or realtor. I just got to tell you. But you need to look at several things here, and we're going to break them down here in a little bit. But one, you need to have a very clear and concise marketing plan. How are you going to reach out and touch the buyers that may be interested in this property? We need to figure out how much the house is worth, or how much you plan to sell it for. We're going to talk about actually showing the property. And then where I want to spend a good bit of time is actually protecting yourself, because you're going to be inviting people typically that you don't know into your home. They're going to be looking, and they're going to be all through your home. So we're going to talk about some safety measures and some precautions that I think are very important to consider if you're selling your home. And again, these are things that are going to be important whether you're selling your home by owner or whether you have listed your home with a realtor. It doesn't matter. All these apply. We're going to break these things down, but right now I want to go ahead and take my first break. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. But we would love to have any phone calls or questions you have. Would certainly address those, try to answer them the best we can. But you can give us a call. The number here in studio is 978-9862, 978-9862. You're listening to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin on FM News and Talk 100.1 WVOC. All right, good morning again, and welcome back to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin, real estate broker in charge. Thank you for joining me this morning. Today we're going to be spending most of our time anyway talking about things to get your home ready for sale. A few tips if you're thinking about selling your home. And obviously one of the things you're going to have to certainly think about, we're going to talk about this a little bit more into the show, but obviously if you sell your home, typically that means you're going to be moving. and which requires some lifting, some work, blood, sweat, and tears, and most of the time. It's probably the one part about selling your home that most people just absolutely want nothing to do with. Well, you got an easy fix for that, and I would always recommend you at least talk to Jack Jacobs. Jack is with Nilton Van and Storage. You see their trucks all over the place, these Mayflower trucks. They are worldwide, but they're right here in Columbia. This is where their main office is. And Jack, they just do such an awesome job. Give him a call, and what you'll find is they'll come out, give you a free quote on what it's going to cost you to move your property, or move all your, not your property, but all your furniture and things inside your home anyhow. And he can do as much or as little as you would like him to do. He can pack if you want to, or you can pack yourself and he can move it. But he can quote you exactly what that's going to be, won't charge a dime for the quote. Just give him a call. His number is 786-1090. Again, 786-1090. Jack Jacobs with Nilton Van and Storage, and I promise you, you will be very, very happy with what they do. Well, let's go straight to our phone lines where we've got JJ on the line. How you doing, JJ?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, this is such a fine day today.
It is. It's beautiful.
Well, what in the world have you got going on here coming up?
Okay, so Andy and I are going to do Lunch and Learn on October the 10th at 221 Ascot Glen Road. And I just want as many realtors as possible to come out and join us. Andy is so great at, he's so knowledgeable of the subject, and he's fun to learn from. So the food will be delicious. So
Andy is awesome. There's no question about it. I could talk for a while about Andy, but I won't do that today.
I can talk for a while about you, Frankie.
Easy. You got to be nice.
I took your continuing education class, and I mean, you had me rolling. It was the most fun continuing education class I'd ever taken. So thank you for that.
Well, I appreciate you saying it, but if it was that entertaining, I will have to go up on the price. So,
oh, no.
Hey, well, JJ, you said 221 Ascot Glen Road.
That's right.
Now, where is that? What subdivision is that?
Okay, that's Ascot.
Okay.
Off Centerly Road in Irmo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of price range are we looking at for this property?
It's $429. It's $34.50 the square footage, and it's 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. It has a pool and a fenced-in, very private lot backs up to the woods, and it's a beautiful home. They've already moved out. It's a vacant home.
Okay.
So it's ready to buy and move into.
Awesome. Well, and what time did you say this was going to be?
It's going to be from 11:30 to 1.
11:30 to 1.
On October the 10th.
Okay. And how can we get in touch with JJ?
You can call my cell at 240-2838.
2838. And do we need to RSVP or anything, or just show up?
Please RSVP, just so we know how much food to get.
Okay.
But you can just show up. You know, if it's last moment, that's fine.
Okay.
We'll have plenty of food, but if you can RSVP, that'd be great.
Well, awesome. Well, I have a copy of your flyer, and I will certainly put this on our website for those that could not capture the information.
Well, thank you so much, Frankie. I appreciate it, and I appreciate what you do.
Thank you, sweetie. Hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Okay, you too.
All righty. Take care.
Okay, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, let's get back to talking about some strategies or things to consider when selling your home. And again, if you have any questions at all, you can give me a call. The number in studio is 978-9862, 978-9862. Well, one of the first things you're going to have to do is create a marketing plan. In other words, how are we going to attract the most buyers to this property? And a few things that I would say right off the bat you need to be able to do. And if you can't do it yourself, or even if you're talking to a realtor, make sure whoever you're talking to about selling your home is online. They're on the internet. They are very visible on the internet because that's where buyers are looking today. They're looking online. In fact, at least last year, over 90% of the buyers nationwide actually found the home they bought themselves online. That's where they found their home. And then I don't have the exact percentages, but I will just say a large percentage of those buyers actually just contacted and used the agent that listed the home as their agent. So it's really important to make sure that you have an online presence. Make sure your agent shows you that. Look at their website. Make sure they show you the statistics and how these buyers are going to be able to find and see your property for sale. It's just absolutely important to do that. The next thing I would recommend when it comes to the marketing is, obviously, if they're going to be looking online, they're going to be looking at the pictures of the house. That's the main thing they're looking at. And one of the things I've actually had to start doing myself is sort of tone back on how much text and verbiage, words, if you will, I'm putting there, because people don't want to read that much. What I'm finding is bullet comments go a lot further. They'll read a bullet comment before they'll read 2 or 3 sentences. So if you can kind of market it in a bullet format, I think you'll find that's going to work very good for you. But other than that, all they're looking at are the pictures. And so it's incredibly important to make sure you have the perfect looking photos of your property online. It's got to be there. It can't be just an image. It needs to be a photograph taken by a professional. And I got to tell you, certainly most real estate agents are not professional photographers. They do not know what they're doing. If you don't believe it, go online and just start looking around yourself. But what these buyers are looking for is something very, very nice about the property. And I've said it on this show many times, but if you're going to have a buyer looking at pictures and you're saying, or you've got your home listed for, say, $200,000, they're going to want to see a $200,000 looking picture. There better be something in there that represents the value you're asking for, and so often it's just not there. It's just not there. I tell you what you need to do. Give Jerry Bilton a call. He's in studio with me today, as he is every Saturday during the show. He does video the show, so I'll be posting these online. But all he does is real estate photography. He is a real estate professional. You can reach him. His phone number is 331-9035. Again, 331-9035, or just go on his website. Check out the pictures he's already taken. His website is www.imagesbyeagle.com. Again, imagesbyeagle.com. And I know you will find all these photos are just incredible. He spends a substantial amount of time actually staging each picture. So he's just not walking through and snapping photos like most of us used to do. But it's well worth it. And maybe you've got your house for sale right now, and if you're one of these sellers where the home's been sitting there and just not much of anything is happening, very few, if any, buyers have been stopping to look, I can just about tell you, you need to go online yourself. And if you can't find your house for sale online, then there's a good chance nobody else can find it either. So again, talk to your agent, have them show you where this information is. Where can I find my house, and how are others finding my house online? And then look at the photographs that you see online. Are you impressed yourself with them or not? Because if you're not, then I can assure you the buyer will not be either. It's just a huge part of selling. You've got to frame this property so that it looks just right. It needs to tell a story, and And I will go ahead and throw this out there. I hope Jerry don't mind. But you're looking at about $150. He will come out. He spends 2 to 3 hours preparing and making sure every shot is just perfect. That is a very, very small investment to make to get your house sold and get the highest price. Anybody that obviously, now if you want to list your house with me, which I would love to do that, that's a service that I provide. Jerry, I've got a lot of partners, and Jerry is one of them. And we would love to talk to you about that. Anytime you get a chance, you can certainly give me a call off the air, and we will take care of all your real estate needs. Well, I need to go ahead and take my bottom of the hour break. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way right now. But again, if you have any calls or any questions, I'm going to get this thing straight this morning. But if you have any questions, give me a call. The number is 978-9862. Again, 978-9862. You're listening to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin on FM News and Talk 100.1 WVOC. All right, good morning again. Welcome back to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin, real estate broker in charge. Thank you for joining me this morning, where today I'm talking about some things to consider if you're thinking about selling your home. And we would love to help you with that. Whether you're buying or selling, you can always give me a call on my cell phone. That number is 315-7303. 315-7303. Love to help you with that. And I'd like to say this too, for anybody out there looking to buy a home right now. We've actually got, I've got a home for sale right now. It's in Quail Hollow over in West Columbia. Very prestigious, very nice subdivision if you're not familiar with it. But again, over in West Columbia, Quail Hollow, it's a 4-bedroom home. It's got 3 bathrooms. It has an office, formal living rooms, formal dining rooms, got a large screened-in back porch, 2-car garage. It's been painted inside and out. It just looks wonderful. New carpet inside the house. Awesome looking home. But this is 4 true bedrooms plus an office. It is very nice for under $200,000. I don't think you're going to find that anywhere. In fact, right now it's listed at $190,000. It's an awesome property. Love to show it to you. You can give me a call if it's something you'd be interested in. Again, my number is 315-7303. 315-7303, and I would love to go show you that property because it is very, very nice. Okay, back to some things that we want to talk about in listing or selling your home, rather, that I think are very, very important. And one of the main things I think that you got to be very careful of is always taking security precautions. You want to be able to protect yourself and your family. And there's several ways you might go about doing this. And again, a lot of this has got to do primarily with for sale by owners, because these are things I go over anyway with the property owners of those that I actually list myself. But one of the things that you should always do, don't allow anybody into your home without identification. I would have them show you a picture ID so they can prove who they are. You want to make sure of that. Always recommend you pay attention to what they're driving. Make a note of that. Just for obvious reasons, you just don't want to be letting anybody and everybody into your home, because quite frankly, the world's not what it used to be, unfortunately, and you just never know who you're inviting into your home. Some other things that I might suggest is, before I would allow anybody into my home, they would have to show me a pre-approval letter from a bank. Show me you've been to the bank, you've applied for a loan, and again, that to me as a homeowner would show their seriousness about wanting to buy a home. I don't want to just open up my house to people just because they have nothing else to do today. Doesn't mean I don't. So I don't want people just walking through my house and checking things out if I don't know they're very serious about buying. Some other things to consider, obviously, if you have any valuables, any collectibles, certainly if you have any handguns or things of that nature, make sure they are put away, they are locked up, they're secured. You don't want to have things laying out like letters or bills and things of that nature, because I'm telling you right now, people will look through it. Just some people anyway, are just very, very nosy. Even if they don't have any ill intent, they just, for some reason, if you got a stack of bills laying out on the countertop somewhere, they're going to go through it. Let's see what they owe. Let's check this out. No, put those things away. Don't leave it open. When I say put it away, I mean lock it away. You don't want to have anything anywhere that people can get to, if it's something valuable to you. Another thing I might recommend, if you have pets, be very careful with that, because I'm going to tell you, some pets, I don't care how cuddly they may appear or seem most of the time, when you start letting strangers in your home, they could react differently. And the last thing you need is to have someone inside your home that you're showing the house to get bitten by a dog or even a cat or whatever, because any harm or damage caused on your property, you're going to be liable for it. You can just about rest assured you better have some very good insurance there. So those are a few of some safety tips. Now, I've got some other things that I think would be very important too. And some of these we've already talked about, but and this is all stuff off of my website, but if someone should call you wanting to come look at your home or wanting to set up a time to come look at your home, always make sure you can call them back. Ask them for their phone number. And if you have, one good excuse for that might be that you need to talk with your husband or you need to talk with your wife and make sure that the time is okay and there's nothing else planned during that time. Just take their number and tell them you'll call them right back, and then you can call them right back. And even if you're not married, they don't know that, hopefully. So just you got to have a reason to call them back. Make sure they give you a number. Again, these are just things to make sure you know who you're dealing with. Don't ever let them know what your schedule is. Don't ever repeat that. I've always thought that's a problem, where they don't need to know where you work or what time you go to work. They certainly don't need to know when you pick up your kids from school, when you're going on vacation. These are things that you just don't want people to know, because, again, you don't know who you're talking to. Excuse me. And so you got to be very careful about the types of information you do put out there. Obviously, you never, ever talk about whether a security alarm is present or not present. In fact, if I'm going to say it one way or another, I'm going to say there is a security alarm and it will go off if somebody comes in this house that's not supposed to. Don't ever talk about whether you have deadbolts or not. Things like that. That's one way to compromise your security, and it can obviously cause you all kind of problems. Another quick example. I know I'm going through these fast, but I just got a lot of things I want to get out there to you. Be careful when you allow strangers into your home. And, for example, let me just say it this way. Say you get a couple show up to your house wanting to take a look, and what's going to happen, and this is something that has happened a lot here over the last few years. It's been very common where you'll have a couple or at least two people coming in to look at your house, and then for one reason or another, you'll notice they start to split up. Maybe one will ask if they can use your restroom or borrow your restroom, whatever. I would be very careful about stuff like that. One person typically goes to one side of the house and the other goes to the other side, and that means you can only go with one of them if they split up. Don't let that happen, because usually, or what has happened a lot anyway, for those that are left alone, they've been looking for prescription drugs, which in some of these drugs obviously are very expensive and they're illegal if you're not prescribed to you. So just be very careful about who you allow in your home and what you allow them to see, what you allow them to do. Always stay right there with them. Don't let them out of your sight. But just be very, very security aware of, or at least aware of all the security issues, because you got to protect your family. It really doesn't matter if you sell your house or not if something bad happens. All right, I want to go ahead and take our last break of the day. I want to go ahead and get that out of the way, but I will tell you as a reminder, on the other side, this will be our last segment. So if you would like to call in and guess the Carolina and Kentucky football score that's going to be taking place tonight, whoever comes the closest will win it's a $200 gift certificate, or discount, if you will, to take any licensing course at the Real Estate School for Success. It's a $200 value, which is, quite frankly, almost the entire course. So we'd love to have you with that, or help you with that. The number to call is 978-9862. 978-9862. Go ahead and get your scores in right now. Go ahead and start calling 978-9862. You're listening to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin on FM News and Talk 100.1 WVOC. All right, good morning again. Welcome back to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin, real estate broker in charge and real estate educator in South Carolina, where today I'm talking about some ideas, things to consider when selling your home. Hopefully you'll find it helpful. And then also, since this is the last segment of the show, for anyone that would like a $200 discount on any real estate licensing class at the Real Estate School for Success, if you'd like a $200 discount, I will be more than happy to award that to you. All you have to do is predict the score of the Carolina and Kentucky football game. Doesn't have to be the exact score, but whoever guesses the closest to the right score will win that $200 discount. So we would love to give that away to somebody. We've only got probably 7 or 8 minutes, honestly, so you better hurry up. The number to call is 978-9862. 978-9862 if you want to win this discount. We'd love to help you with that. Well, a couple of people I really want to talk about real quick, if I may. One is Tim Mosley. Tim Mosley owns Carolina Conditions, a heating and air conditioning company. Does such an incredible job with everything they do, but primarily, or at least what I want to talk about right now, is their heating and air letters. They do so much more than most of the heating and air companies you're going to find, I think. They do a very thorough inspection. They want to make sure everything is working properly, is working efficiently so that you're not wasting money on energy. They do such an incredible job. You can give him a call. Again, that's Tim Mosley with Carolina Conditions. The number is 730-8807. 730-8807. He'll do a really good job for you, I am sure. Well, right now, let's go straight to our phone lines, where first up, we've got Benny. How you doing, Benny?
I'm doing great, man.
Oh, this is a fine day today, isn't it?
It is a good day.
Are you going to the ball game tonight?
No, I'm going to watch Clemson on TV, and then I'm going to watch Carolina on TV. So.
Really? What time does Clemson come? I forget.
3:30.
3:30, so it'll be here before you know it.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. Well, you got a prediction for the Carolina game?
I do. 38-14.
38-14. Carolina.
Yeah, and I need to get into that. I just listed a home for a military lady yesterday. I need to get into that military class of yours.
And I'm going to tell you something, Benny. That is an awesome class.
Yeah.
I loved it when I sat through it, and incredible information, especially on VA loans and things of that nature. So I think you'll find it to be awesome.
Yep.
Well, Benny, I got your score, 38-14 Carolina.
Here we go, buddy.
All righty. Have a great one.
Have a great day. Enjoy listening to your, when I'm out and about on Saturday, enjoy listening to your show. I'm with Russell and Jeff Cope. Have been for a long, long time.
Okay.
Make a lot of sense.
Benny, and I forgot to ask you, what's your last four, your phone number?
My phone number.
Last four.
260-0340.
0340. You're like me. You have to say the whole number.
I haven't got to say the whole thing.
All right,
What's your last four for your Social Security number? I have to say 248.
Don't say it on here. No. All right, buddy. You have a good weekend. All right, buddy.
All right. See you, man.
All righty. And if you want to score, you only got about 5 minutes left, but if you want to guess the score, otherwise Benny is an automatic winner. The number to call is 978-9862. 978-9862. And then the other person I wanted to really talk about, a huge thank you, is my buddy and mortgage go-to gal, Erica West. You've heard her on this show many times, but she's a senior mortgage consultant with Mortgage Network. And she did something here in the last few days that I had another agent tell me was absolutely impossible. But I was representing a buyer, and obviously my buyer was applying for a VA loan, and you can ask almost any agent, you need to plan on about 45 to 60 days in some case to get a VA loan closed. And it was unbelievable how fast she did this. But this house went under contract on September 10th, and on September 30th, we closed a VA loan. Awesome job. Erica West, her number is 528-5019. 528-5019. We're going to go back to our phone lines where next we got Justin. How you doing, Justin?
How are you?
Oh, this is a fine day today. What's going on?
Nothing. Just got done putting out for lunch and ready to go get some lunch.
Okay. Awesome. Well, you going to guess the score today?
Yeah, I'm going to say 42-7 Carolina.
42-7 Carolina. All right. And what's your last four, Justin?
4647.
4647?
Yes, sir.
I got you down. Hope you have a great day, buddy.
You too. Appreciate it.
All righty. Bye-bye. All right, and let's see. Let's go to, this time I think we got John. How you doing, John?
Hey, Frankie. Good morning. Enjoying the show.
Well, awesome. I appreciate that. You got a score for us?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a shot. How about 31-14 Carolina?
31-14 Carolina. So you think it's going to be you don't think it's going to be a blowout then?
Well, I was going to go the other way, but I said, let me just give that a shot.
Well,
first number that came to mind.
Well, hey. Well, we'll see how that works. And are you wanting to, you got a class in mind you're thinking about taking if you win?
I was thinking about maybe going to just get my first license.
Okay, awesome. Well, we would love to help you with that. And, John, what's your...
interesting.
Oh, it will be. What's your last four, John?
It's 3922.
3922. And, John, I will tell you, even for those that for everybody that takes our class, what we tend to hear from everybody is even if they never intend to help or represent somebody else to buy or sell a house, the information you're going to learn in that class is incredible. I mean, it can save you thousands and more than likely tens of thousands of dollars when you buy or sell your next home.
Well, Frankie, I understand you have just a weekend-only class available?
Oh, no. We've got weekday classes and weekends, and we've got weeknights. In fact, we've got a night class starting Monday, and then on the 14th, which would be the following Monday, we've got a day class starting up.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I wish you luck. What'd you pick, my friend?
All right. Thank you very much, Frankie, and keep up the good work.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I hope you have a great day.
My pleasure.
All righty. Bye-bye. All right. So at least we got 3 callers have called in with their score, and we've got about a minute left. But I did want to finish what I was saying a little bit about Erica West. I'm going to tell you, she does such an awesome job, and the reason for it, there are some lenders, and a lot of people don't realize this, but there are some lenders that, even though probably most lenders can do and process VA loans, there are a few lenders that can actually do the underwriting in office, and they don't have to send it out to the VA for approval before we can get closing set. That's where all the time lag really comes into play. So obviously Erica West, she can do it. She is the best out there. Erica West with Mortgage Network. If you have any financing issues or needs, give her a call. The number is 528-5019. Again, 528-5019. And I know she'll do you just an incredible job. The other agent that I was working with on this deal, he just could not believe it. He told me it would never happen. And I said, well, obviously you've never worked with Erica West. Well, now he knows different. Anyway, our time's about up. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Go Gamecocks. You're listening to Success in Real Estate. I'm Frankie Griffin on FM News and Talk 100.1 WVOC.